Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We are on our way to Palm Springs, but along the way, we are going to stop at a small town called Idlewild here in California. Now, Idlewild is a small town nestled in the mountains, and it's supposed to be a nice little quaint town where you can just go and relax. So, we've never been there, so let's go check it out. All right, folks. Hey, we made it to Idlewild. Change of plans. The town baker was closed today, so we're here at the Red Kettle. We're having breakfast. I usually go for a standard 2-egg sausage link breakfast. That's kind of like my go-to if I haven't been to a place. So we ordered that, and we'll check back with you guys later. Our thoughts on the Red Kettle? The food was great, the portions were large, and the service was excellent. We highly recommend the Red Kettle. So when you're in Idlewild, check it out. So Idlewild is a nice little town on the way up to the San Jacinto Mountain. It does get cool up there, so it's a nice escape for the folks in the Southern California area. We kind of compare it to one of those small cities you pass up on the way to Lake Tahoe if you're a Northern Californian. Definitely recommend it if you're down in Southern California and you want to get a break from the heat. Check out Idlewild. Hey folks, we're here in Palm Springs. Our first stop, the Palm Springs Air Museum. This museum has quite a bit of exhibit of a military aircraft. One of my favorites, so let's go check it out. Again, this is our first time here. Come along with us. All right, folks, we're going to start our tour soon. It's a self-walking tour. There's different hangars. And it looks like there's access to some of the ramp. Yeah, look at that. Start right off. We got a C-47 right here. A little biplane. All right. Start off with some good ones right off the bat. Here's a P-51 Red Tail. Of course, this is in memory of the Tuskegee Airmen. They flew the Mustangs back in World War II, and their distinct identification was the red tails. According to the movie, it was known that they were very good at what they did, and it was said that a lot of the bomber crews would prefer that they flew with the red tails. Oh, they got a Spitfire. Nice. Spitfires, known for the Battle of Britain, protected Britain from the pre-German invasion, where they were bombing England a lot. Actually one of the more well-known airplanes, but the Hawker Hurricane was actually more dominant during that time. Spitfire though is a really good looking airplane. We now find ourselves right here. This section of the museum, well, it looks like it's mainly the Pacific Theater. Most of the aviation in the Pacific War was really more geared towards the Navy because of their island hopping campaign. The only way to really conquer these islands was to hop it, basically island to island, using these type of aircraft, carrier-based aircraft. This one here is a Dauntless SBD. It's a dive bomber. And basically what it did was it carried one large bomb, as depicted right here, underneath. And in some cases, additional bombs, there and there. And you could see the flaps on these things have holes in them. And basically what these aircraft did was they went on almost a vertical dive going down. This aircraft here, it's called a TBM Avenger. You could see it right there with the wings folded. And apparently these type of aircraft were the one that was flown by the ex-president George Bush during World War II. He was shot down actually during one of the conflicts. I think they were depicting it here, and was rescued. Aircraft here, they painted it so that it looks like it's called the Barbara III, probably in tribute to his wife. Over here, we got one of the late entries to the World War II. This here is called the Bearcat F8f. So the manufacturer for this aircraft was in competition for the manufacturer for the Corsair. And this aircraft is a pretty powerful aircraft, pretty fast, but it was coming late into the war. The Corsair came out before it, so the preference for the Corsair was definitely there. This thing was about as fast as the propeller airplanes got. It's too bad that the age of jets was already coming by the time this thing was just becoming popular. F8f, Bearcat. Oh my gosh! Please may posible! Good morning, everybody. We're getting ready to go to the Palm Springs aerial tramway. We're gonna go check out this site that they have over here. We'll see you guys over there. Wow, folks, look at those mountains. I'm pretty sure the camera isn't catching it up correctly or catching it correctly, but these things are huge. They just seem to go up and up forever. Some information as we go through the entrance here. We then went ahead and reserved our space in the tram and also paid for our parking online. Those are two separate charges. We highly recommend paying for it online because depending on how busy they are and the time of the year, you could run out of space. As you'll see, the tram here, there's very limited room, and there's really only two trams that go up and down here. So, like I said, reserve online if you can. What a view from up here, folks. You can see the desert down there, contrasted by the pine trees up here. Lots of open views. There's some of the peaks up there. The area up here is very rocky, so make sure you watch your step. Bring comfortable shoes and make sure you're always watching your step. Like right now I'm filming, but I'm not really looking at the camera screen right now. I'm looking at my footing. And again, there's a view of the desert valley below. Okay folks, we're gonna head out of this lookout point and we're gonna go do a little exploring down here. There's some trails and we'll see what the trails hold for us. Alright folks, once again looking at where I'm stepping. The stairs is almost like a ladder. It's pretty steep. So you can see Mila there. Hey, I'm catching a whiff of that vanilla scent.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. We're waiting for the next tram down. Not bad. There's definitely trails that you could take. So we left our water bottle in the car because we thought they might not let it in. Excuse me. Because they check backpacks coming in. Well, they do allow water bottles. There's a lot of people that brought their own water bottle. I guess they've been here before, so they knew. We didn't, so we just did a short trail hike. We didn't really need it. It wasn't too bad. If you're gonna do a long trail hike, then you probably, would want to bring your water bottle. Nothing to note, there is a cafeteria here. They serve food and they serve drinks. If push comes to shove and you forget everything and you need some, you could probably get some drinks up there. And that's it for now. We're just gonna sit here and wait for the next tram to come up. Hey folks, another shot of me with the tramway right behind me there. That's where the tram car comes out of. You hear the waterfall in the back, but what you don't see is there's also a creek running down there. And the reason that this is really green here is it looks like right down there is where the water runs. Kind of hard to see, but it's running right there. And it kind of follows along. Right down there, and that's about as far as I can see it. Right under that rock right there. That's where it seems to end. Oh, and we're in luck, folks. There's the other tram going up. Again, there's a view of the tramway. All the way up to Johnson Falls. Yep, so we're actually at the Julian Pie Company. We have both the Mom's and the Julian Pie Company. This one here is Mom's apple pie.
No, this one is Mom's.
I'm sorry. This one is Mom's and this one is Julian Pie Company.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They didn't have the original.
Which one is that one?
The original apple pie. They didn't have the original. So this is just they call it the natural without a lot of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So this one here is not going to have as much sugar probably as this one.
Okay. But
So
just looking at it, this one looks better than this. This
Yeah.
one looks anemic.
like it didn't spend enough time in the.
Yeah, in the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. So we've watched other folks before, and they say Mom's has the smaller pieces, which it looks like it does.
No, that's Julian's.
Julian's, sorry, I keep mixing it up. That was Julian's. It had the smaller pieces. Piece of Mom's. So this is Mom's apple pie, and the pieces are larger.
Not by much.
Different taste to it.
Really?
More cinnamony.
Oh, I can tell.
So the Julian apple pie natural is a little bit more tart and not as cinnamony. Cinnamon. Crusts.
Did you get this warmed up? No.
I did actually.
Inside is still cool.
Yeah.
I think I like that one better.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
The natural?
Yeah.
Julian Pie Company natural apple pie. Mom's original apple pie.
They called it flaky.
Flaky?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In the space across from the orange tree.
So then you can tell these are the pieces of Julian Apple Pie Company. Oops. I ripped it. Yeah. And this is from Mom's Apple Pie.
Are you talking about this right here?
I mean,
It's hard to compare because this is that doesn't have all the things that an apple pie has.
like the cinnamony flavor.
Yeah, and less
And
sugar.
the sugar.
Uh-huh.
There's one right here too.
I mean, to be quite honest,
See it there?
I like them both.
Yeah.
You know, I can't really pick one from the other, so people do. When you get here, you might. So, they are two very different pies. Well,
Try
not very different, but they have differences in them. So, it just depends on what your preference is. Well, folks, that wraps it up here at the Julian Pie Company. We don't really have a preference. We kind of like them both. A little bit of, you know, the crust here and the filling there. It's both good to us. You guys are going to have to come down here and decide on your own which one you like better. That's it for now. We're probably going to walk around a little bit here and see what the town of Julian holds for us. So one of the rules of traveling is you got to be flexible. We had originally intended to stay here in Julian just a few hours because this was going to be our last day. Unfortunately, we got here pretty late from Palm Springs, and we got here late in the afternoon. So initially after the Julian Apple Pie Company, we just started walking around hoping to see as much as we can see for a few hours. We did luck out at the end of the block, going this direction here, at the end of the block over there. There's actually a Julian hotel, and so we went in there and we asked them if they had rooms we can have for the night, and they actually had two. The staff was really nice. It's an older hotel, so don't expect too much, but the price of the room did come with a breakfast in the morning, and it allowed us to stay overnight, and we were able to stay the night, spend the next day at the Julian town, and even got to see the mining company, which is our next little segment right here. Hey folks, we just got done with our tour of Eagle Mining Company and the High Peak Mining Company. Actually, it's kind of combined into one mining place now. The owner, Paul, is a very nice guy, and the tour guide's name was Jerry. Very knowledgeable, kind of explained the whole gold mining scene back here when it first started, and how it went through until the time it ended. We're done here, and we're going to go to our next spot. We're going to go to Lake Cuyamaca. Lake Cuyamaca is one of those nice little hidden gems. It sits about 40-45 minutes away from the town of Julian. And it's mainly a wildlife conservation area, but it's also used for sports fishing and also boating and maybe a little bit of camping area. It's a nice little getaway place that's close to Julian. Well, folks, that wraps it up for Lake Cuyamaca. It was a nice little lake. There wasn't really much to see there. As I mentioned earlier, it was mainly a sports fishing area and boating area. And I think they did some camping there too. So that's about it for that. And we're headed home now. Well, that's it for our little 2-day trip, folks. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified of the videos that we have as soon as we post them. Again, folks, this is Marcel, Mila's behind the camera, and this is TFNG, Travel, Food, and Gadgets, and we'll see you guys next time.